Hey, shalom, shalom. Your brother Raza Allah from GMS London camp. First and foremost, want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Blessings to the hopeful and sincere elect. Just a quick upload. Seeing this spirit of folly out here in the midst of us in these streets, man. This modern day Sodom and Gomorrah on steroids, man. And this is why, just like Sodom and Gomorrah, this whole beast system, which incorporates all these European counterparts, especially America, aka Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed vehemently by nuclear fire, man. The day of the Lord hasteth greatly. It's going to be a day of wasteness and destruction, man, upon all the wicked, of the other nations, especially these Edomites. Brothers call them the Baconites and all of that, because these Edomites love and they look like bacon, pink bacon, and and the 2/3 of our people that want to endorse this wicked type of behavior, man, that spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah, man, or the Gomorrites out here, that need to be destroyed, man. And this is why Malachi 4:1, the day of the Lord, it's going to come with that extreme fervent heat, and the wicked are going to be destroyed, man. So, in London, they celebrate this stupid folly day, high unholy day called Trouserless Tubes Day, yeah, where there's men, women, probably little children as well, walking around with no trousers on, basically, and walking around the tube station in their fucking underwear, as you can see vaguely in this picture here. Whole bunch of Baconites, these Edomites, spirit of folly, and then folly demons, and women as well included, walking around in their fucking underwear, man, in their undergarments, man. It's disgusting, it's wicked, it's perverse. This shows you how stupid and ridiculous and idiotic this society is, man. I call it the idiocracy of Esau Edom, man, because you got a bunch of folly demons, so-called rulers in the society that permit this type of behavior. That's why the Lord said he's going to destroy the inhabitants thereof, man, because they got a perverse spirit, man. This world is currently being run by the seed of the wicked, so-called white man, aka the Edomites or the Baconites, as I said, brothers was calling them, man. And these red people, man, they need to go. This is why Esau needs to go, man. This is just one of the reasons, And this is just like Lot. If you're in the true man of the spirit, if you're in the true spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're going to be in the spirit of Lot, And he was vexed with a filthy conversation of the wicked. He was seeing all this stupid, perverse behavior, and witnessing all these, odious works of witchcraft and debauchery firsthand, man. And he had to get out of there, man, because even the angels that came to deliver him out of the land of Sodom with his family and all that, the Hamites that was in that land was so perverse that they wanted to try and get with the angels, man. That's how disgusting and vile people have become, man, and or those Hamites became, which they're a bunch of heathens anyway. But that's the spirit that these people are in. They're in that spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah, man, and just doing any type of debauchery for cheap thrills. So this London's 2026 Trouserless Tubes Day is straight up folly, setting great dignity, and another reason why we need Yahweh Shai to come and destroy this place, man, because this doesn't even make no fucking sense. But then if you try to catcall a woman, you can be arrested. But in the meantime, in between time, you're allowed to walk around with no trousers, no skirt, no dress, showing all your private parts, for everyone to see on display. But if you catcall a woman, so-called whistle-white a woman, you can be arrested for SA, sexual assault, or abuse. This doesn't make no fucking sense. But anyway, F this system, F this damn, B system, F Babylon the Great. And the Lord's coming very soon, man. We're in that time. It's Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place, yeah. Folly is set in great dignity, man, and this is, the spirit of, that emanates from Babylon the Great, that whore that sitteth upon many waters, and the beast system. Everyone wonders after the beast. They endorse it, man. Anything America pushes, they endorse that type of behavior, and the whole beast system, including America, is under the spell of, under that guise of, pushing that Sodom and Gomorrah type spirit on the earth. Alphabetisms and so on and so forth, man. So that's another reason why this place is going to be taken out by way of fire. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Yeah, you got these Baconites, these devils, sitting on high right now. As I said, Job 9:24 says the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. So they're ruling this earth unjustly, mismanaging the earth. Pure corruption, man, and vile affections. And the princes, which are the children of Israel, starting with the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which goes to the name Yasha Allah in the Hebrew, which means Israel, meaning he is a prince of the power. The princes are walking as servants upon the earth, yeah, meaning we're in captivity under the oppressors, man. Our king oppressor being the Edomites, these so-called white people, So this is why we need Yahweh Shai, man, because he's the only one that's going to be able to kick this devil off his high horse and return us back into, onto that regal state, basically, of being the true royal successors and rulers of this earth in righteousness, man, and get rid of these Baconites out here, once and for all, because they're supposed to be in captivity. That's for the most part. This is Isaiah 24 and 5. I'll read from 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. Yeah, these devils that are ruling on high, man. It's these devils that are defiling everything and destroying the mindset and the so-called order of things, so to speak. Pushing that spirit of darkness and, just straight up wickedness throughout the whole four winds of the earth, through their wicked philosophies, that strong drink, that wine, that abomination that was in that cup. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Who's the inhabitants thereof that's ruling on high? These so-called white people. So this earth is defiled, man, because they're mismanaging the earth. It says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Yeah, these devils don't know how to rule in righteousness, because they're the seed of the wicked. All they know how to do is to do perverseness and basically wicked deeds, basically mischief. Their heart's desires to commit mischief on the earth. They can't have a so-called good night's sleep unless they do some sort of mischief on the earth, man. Then it's been given into their hands for them to do so, like I told you in the book of Micah 2 and 1, if I'm not mistaken. So we need deliverance, man. We need deliverance. We need Yahweh Shai. Verse 8, the mirth of the tabrets ceaseth, and the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth, and the joy of the harp ceaseth. Yeah, all this folly shit is coming to an end, man. We're in a time of judgment. You see what's going on over there in Minneapolis, even though that's a psyopsy, like Apostle Al Tahar was saying earlier. We're going to have a lot of psyops and black swan events, false flags, because Esau's trying to get this new order on and cracking. So, he's going to do a lot of order chaos scenarios to get this new world order off the ground, so to speak, and start trying to mandate sea hipping of people upon the face of the earth, which is the fulfilling of the prophecy of Revelations 13 and 16 and 17 regarding the MOT to the B, which we're slowly but surely coming into right now. 2026 could be that pivotal year, man, of the so-called mandating of the sea hips. So that would be a beautiful thing, because the closer we get, the more closer we get to the day of destruction, man. World War III, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Yeah, all hell's about to break loose. I just watched a couple minutes about 30 minutes of that new movie Greenland 2. Famous Hollywood actor, the guy that played uh, in 300 Spartans, the guy that played Leonidas, I can't remember, George Butler, that's his name. Yeah, just watched the Greenland 2, and in the opening scenes of that movie, it shows you America basically going through hell, nuclear destruction basically. It even shows you the mushroom cloud from the POV, like a bird's eye view of America getting obliterated by nuclear weapons and totally smoked off the face of the earth. But then, they tried to do the post-apocalyptic, like people survived in a bunker type shit. And anyone that's in the land of America, when those nukes hit, you're going to be done. Don't matter if you're in a bunker, you're going to fry yourself to death, man. You're going to bury yourself alive. There's not going to be no single inhabitant in the land of America once those nuclear missiles hit. So that new movie, Greenland 2, is on point, but it's deceitful at the same time, because, like the scripture says, there's not going to be any living human soul that's going to inhabit that land, America, because of the radiation, the smoke that's going to go up forever, and they show you that in the movie, people dying because of nuclear storms, and the radiation's too the radiation levels is too high for people to even breathe the air, so people are just dropping dead. They either get radiation poisoning and so on and so forth. In the movie and all that, people trying to escape to different so-called safe zones and all that. That's why they call it the Greenland. They're trying to find a safe zone over there in the land of outside of America, because America's been totally torched. So it's gonna be America's gonna get obliterated. There's not gonna be no living soul left in the land of America once those nukes hit. It's gonna be sayonara for that bitch, man. It says, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Yeah, guys, that's in the spirit of this folly demon, taking part in all these folly demon scenarios and ceremonies. They're going to get caught out there in the time of Jacob's trouble. Especially these heathens, man, these Baconites and all that. 2/3, that want to join hand in hand with this devil, they're going to get destroyed too. And Esau's getting ready to roll on new tribes, man. He's creating the perfect scenario, especially with these ICE agents and all that, and so-called citizens, American citizens in particular, so he can basically enforce the Insurrection Act of the 1800s, man. Once they enforce the that Insurrection Act, it's going to be lights out for America and so-called civil rights for so-called American society. It's going to be straight up civil disobedience, man. Sedition amongst men, swords in their hands, and it's going to be kill or be killed. Modern day sword's going to be the gun. So the spirit of folly is definitely coming to an end. It says, the city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone. Yeah, the mirth of the land is going to be gone very soon. 2026 could be the year, man, the year of the apostates, sellouts and agents, and also the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Abaratazar, man. So it's going to be lights out very soon. Even recently, you've been having a lot of blackouts happening as well. So all over the place. So different countries experiencing a lot of blackouts. So Esau's getting ready to do some wild shit, man. Once the lights go out in America, man, not for just a couple of hours, but a couple of days to weeks, it's gonna be kill or be killed, man. It's gonna be no fucks given, basically. Straight lawlessness, man. Anarchy in the streets, like they said in that movie, V for Vendetta. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. And also, we know the crying for the wine in the streets is twofold, because it's talking about actual crying for wine, the lack of wine, and the similitude to that, or the metaphorically also talking about the word of the Lord being not inaccessible in these last days because of the famine of the word And Esau's trying to censor the scriptures online, especially. And in a time of the Insurrection Act, martial law, basically, because that's what Insurrection Act is. And the government takes over when the military takes over the government by law, there's not going to be no what's what I was going to say? You won't be able to go out there and prophesy. Basically, you ain't going to see no brothers out there in the camps. The Lord said He's going to shut our mouths, basically, make our tongue cleave to the roof of our mouth. I mean, He's going to remove us from the street corners. And that's in Amos, the 5th chapter. Real quick, I'll get that. It says the prudent shall keep silence in that day, meaning the Lord's going to withdraw His prophets, man. Yep, that's exactly what He's going to do. It says Amos 5:13. Therefore, the prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time. Yes, an evil time, man. Evil time upon the earth. A time of great judgment, man. And this definitely could be the year 2026. Abba Ratazar, man. And that that the prudence talking about the prophets, the forerunners of Yahweh Shai, man. The ones that's in the know, that's warning our people, man, of the times to come. And it's going to be an evil time. The word evil means bad, a bad time. So it's going to get real bloody and gory out here in these streets very soon, man. People think it's a joke, but it's going to get real seditious out here, real lawless and real bloody in these streets. That's why Esau will be releasing all these new movies as of late, like 28 days later, or 28 minutes later, whatever that's called. The new version of people just committing all kinds of, cannibalistic and lawless acts, for survival mode. And then I talked about the movie Greenland 2, that spirit of the road, man, the road movie. That's the spirit that the earth is going into right now, time of straight war, the love of many waxing cold, and straight up hardcore judgments of the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's why we're not going to lift up the cry for the 2/3 when it's kicking off, because there's going to be a lot of Jakes going to be started to see getting judged out here, but ultimately it's the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai upon the wicked of our people, man. So we'll get one more precept and close out. I was going to get a couple, but I think I stressed the point. It says this is Malachi 4:1. What does the heading say? Final admonition, a final warning, man. A warning from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai upon the wicked of our people and these heathens upon the earth, man. This is the final warning. The only ones that's going to get right in these last days is the elect. For the rest of the people out there, they're going to be totally burnt, man, to a crisp. This is for behold, Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. And that's talking about the whole land of America getting burnt to a crisp, nuclear crisp, man. It says, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. Yeah, you partaking in all these folly, high unholy days. You're partaking with the deeds of the unrighteous, man. You're having like it says in 2 Thessalonians 2, about them having fun in unrighteousness, roughly paraphrasing. It says, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. Yeah, meaning you're going to get burnt, especially those that take the mark of the beast. And it says that, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So there's going to be nothing left in the land of America. The only thing that's going to be left after the smoke is cleared is doleful creatures, man. That's going to become the forbidden zone. The whole land, total desert land of America is going to become the forbidden zone, and only desert-like creatures are going to dwell there after the smoke is cleared, subsided, so to speak. There's not going to be no afterlife in the land of America, no post-apocalyptic survival modes in the land of America. America's going to be uninhabitable, So America's through. Great Britain's definitely through, because this is the mother of that whore, And even it says that the mother's going to be sore confounded. Be ashamed of America and their treacherous dealings. because we birthed that whore basically, and yeah, ultimately the whole beast system is going to be taken down. The land of Israel is going to have to be cleansed by nuclear fire too, and different parts of the earth are going to get impacted by the nuclear storms, basically, so to speak. So yeah, man, this is the end of an empire, man. This Edomite empire. It's beautiful to see and see it manifest in the physical, man. Jumping out of the words leaping out of the book, so to speak. So as I said, man, Folly is setting great dignity, but the judgment's also going to be setting great dignity too for these idiots out here, man, these infidels. So anyway, with that, I'm going to close out, give all praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Hashem, Rachak Wadash, and Shalom to the hopeful and sincere elect.